Queen Naomi rejects Ashely and her mother appeal for mercy, to ask Kabiyesi to forgive them, to ask Kabiyesi to accept their blue blood or their prince back to the palace of Ile-Ife. Queen Naomi have told them, tell Kabiyesi the truth and let him do what is on his mind. That was the words of Queen Naomi. My correct and wonderful people, welcome back to Mystical Blog channel, where we dey give Nathan and ogbonge gist wey dey fly up and down from inside the palace of Ile-Ife. My correct and wonderful people, how una dey? Yes, so shocking reaction in the Ile-Ife palace right now, and no be say the shocking touch any other person again, but it touch am for Olori Ashely and her mother, who are now perambulating, or who are now walking about. Yes, who dey waka from one pillar to post, from one dignities to another people, just to what? Beg Kabiyesi to allow Queen Naomi, or allow their son to what? Return back to the palace of Ile-Ife. After the shocking announcement of Kabiyesi in the palace of Ile-Ife and everything that was happening in the palace of Ile-Ife, my correct and wonderful people, now the Oloris, yes, the likes of Tobiloba and Ashely, has been going from one place to another, asking Queen Naomi, asking dignities to come and talk to Kabiyesi to accept their son back to the palace, because as of last week, the information wey just dey come, na alleged information wey just dey come, be say Kabiyesi don denounce the pikin dem, telling them say their names go comot for the what? For the royal register of their sons and their daughter. Na wetin Kabiyesi talk. So this particular thing affected Olori Ashely and Olori Tobiloba, because they are the ones who are Kabiyesi has been probing to what? To do the DNA test right in the palace of Ile-Ife. But after all the whole pleading from Kabiyesi, the whole pleading from the Gezi ruling house, and the pleading from the Ile-Ife elders, the kingmakers, most outsiders, the Ile-Ife women has come after the likes of Ashely almost caused division inside the palace of Ile-Ife because of the so-called prince Ademakinwa inside the palace of Ile-Ife. But right now, Kabiyesi has what? Done what the strange Babalawo told him inside the palace of Ile-Ife. Yes. After Kabiyesi made this shocking announcement in the palace, it was kind of, people were saying, Kabiyesi, is it now he's supposed to do everything? But Kabiyesi had to wait for the approval of Iyanifa, the approval of the Ifa priest also, and a strange Babalawo who came to what? Cement every prophecy and say, Kabiyesi, it is high time he does the what? He does the what? The announcement, because of the what? Future things that is going to happen in Ile-Ife. You know, we are talking about royalty right now, and then royalty is not something that you do at the present. It's something that you have to do, find solution in the present time, so it will not affect you in the future process. And that is what Kabiyesi is trying to do. People were coming out in the palace saying that Queen Naomi rejected it. The Lafogido ruling house is the ones who were still supporting Ashely, saying yes, now Queen Naomi is going to reject their appeal, and she's going to reject everything because it involves her own son inside the issue. But this is not something Queen Naomi has to accept, because we know the protocols of tradition. And Queen Naomi also, even though she's not a custodian of the tradition, Ashely, who is appealing for mercy, to tell Queen Naomi to beg Kabiyesi to accept their child in the palace of Ile-Ife, knows how the tradition is done. Yes, quite alright. People can still come out in the comment section, engage in the comment section and say, Ashely did the verification and did the everything that she wanted to do in the palace. So why all of a sudden Kabiyesi is still requesting for the DNA test, when the Ifa priest has come out and said, yes, this is the son of the land. Prince Ademakinwa is Kabiyesi own. But this time around is different, because things are beginning to evolve. Changes have started coming out. And if you watch, Kabiyesi is an empowered man, an educator, somebody who has been vast in education in different places. That's why you can see Kabiyesi talking to the president, bringing out ideologies and everything. But let's go back to what we talk for, because right now inside the palace of Ile-Ife, Queen Naomi have said that the likes of Tobiloba, who has been coming to and fro to the palace to her Akure mansion, has now what has now started saying it. I say this is what people ought to do. Respect Kabiyesi, give him regard, do what he tells you to do. That is what Queen Naomi said, because right from time the Olori has already bring the Olori. Ashely has brought out the DNA test. But my correct and wonderful people, the DNA test is not something Kabiyesi was really happy with, or he was not what convinced with the particular DNA test or paternity result. Kabiyesi was not convinced with it. So that is why all these women, they have been finding it so hard to do different things. We have seen different doctors coming inside, seen different people coming inside the palace of Ile-Ife, saying, oh, this is how you people are supposed to do this thing, and this is what you people are supposed to do, this is how they pay, and stuff like that. So my correct and wonderful people, the alleged information now with the on ground right now, we say Queen Naomi has rejected everything. Yes. She has rejected everything, the appeals, the everything they have been begging, because for the past few days now, the Olori's mothers have been going from pillar to post, going from one places to another. Especially Queen Naomi, knowing that if they don't beg Queen Naomi right now in the palace, my correct and wonderful people, it is not going to be the way it is. Yes, that is why they have been what asking for Queen Naomi's attention, begging Queen Naomi to what? Put in work, beg Kabiyesi just to accept them back to the palace of Ile-Ife. But Queen Naomi cannot go beyond what she cannot do. Yes, Queen Naomi cannot go beyond of what she cannot do in the palace of Ile-Ife right now. So my correct and wonderful people, waiting the sup right now inside the palace is unimaginable. Yes. Waiting the sup right now inside the palace now is unimaginable, because Kabiyesi now has said his word. And you know, when they said the king has made his word final, and it is final. Even though the king has said this is what he wants in the palace, this is how he wants this particular thing in the palace of Ile-Ife. So my correct and wonderful people, looking at everything, looking at how things are going right in the palace of Ile-Ife, what is the next thing these women are going to do? Because Queen Naomi has rejected it finally. She has been seeing all their biddings, seeing all the things they have been saying, and this is something that Queen Naomi doesn't need to do in the palace. She doesn't even need to what? To interact with these Oloris, with the kind of long problems they have been, the long gbasgbos they have been talking inside the palace of Ile-Ife. The kind of long polygamy, gbasgbos, codes, gbasgbos inside the palace of Ile-Ife, coming out on social media, saying different things, but going inside the palace of Ile-Ife, doing different things. So Queen Naomi have said, oh, she's not interested in any of the thing again. She has rejected their appeal for mercy. She has rejected everything and said she wants to be on her own. Oh, my correct and wonderful people, before we continue today, and tags now with our sweet information and our gist where they come from Ile-Ife Palace, I say make I greet all of now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time you come across this our channel. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Please don't forget to like and drop your comment on the comment section so we can interact on the issues that are coming from Palace of Ile-Ife. Right now, waiting the sub for inside the palace now, we say Queen Naomi don't reject every rejectable. Yes, Queen Naomi has rejected everything. After Olori Miriam, Olori Ashely, mother, and her daughter stormed the palace, telling them, begging them, after she said she's going to talk the real father of her baby. And after everything, after she said the truth about her baby, about how her daughter has been doing everything with about the DNA test stuff, now they are now asking Queen Naomi to what? To what? Beg Kabiyesi to still what? Accept them inside the palace of Ile-Ife. Yes. To accept them inside the palace of Ile-Ife. My wonderful and correct people, how will I take the see this thing? Make una drop una comment on the comment section right now, because we are going to what? Keep una lockdown in a tender and better gist with the fly. We are going to keep una lockdown in everything that is going to happen in the palace of Ile-Ife. But my wonderful and correct people, looking at everything that is going up, looking at everything that is going right now, these things that are going to happen, Kabiyesi needs to look at everything, because now is now becoming tensed up. Yes, royalty is now becoming tensed up in the palace of Ile-Ife. So my wonderful and correct people, how will I take they see everything where they happen? How will I take they see am? Because this information we will just get right now in the palace is now becoming a very, very a case study in the palace. It's becoming a case study in the palace. Kabiyesi needs to now relax. Kabiyesi needs to what? Make everything, look at everything. But before Kabiyesi has them, because Kabiyesi has had patience with these women in the palace. Kabiyesi has been running and having patience with these Oloris in the palace of Ile-Ife. If you look at how time being Kabiyesi has given them, like the likes of Ashely has been a year plus, because the child has done a year. So Kabiyesi has been going for months and years begging these Oloris to just do a simple what? DNA test. And we know that Kabiyesi has everything, every funds, every finance to what? To do the DNA test for these women. Thank you very much, my correct and wonderful people, and God bless you all. Shalom.